The back and forth between Moist Cr1tikal and Sneako could qualify as one of the biggest beefs in YouTube history. However, the tension between the two has recently escalated to unprecedented levels of animosity, because after a series of tweets and videos of Charlie dismantling Sneako's reputation, Sneako has resorted to challenging Charlie to a fight and threatening his life with a gun.
Hey, Moist Cr1tikal, you wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips.
Now we first need to set the scene for the conflict between these two. In the red corner stands no other than the king of all commentary, Penguinz0, who not only earned a reputation as a humble, funny, and down-to-earth guy, but was also one of the first ever creators to join the platform back in 2007. His dry humor, monotone voice, Jesus-like appearance, coupled with his creative use of vocabulary, have made him one of the most iconic figures in YouTube history. No other creator on the platform has presented the same relatability and authenticity seen in Charlie's videos, as most videos are now filled with over-energetic and overdone personalities.
What's up, guys? Back with another dark web video. Today we actually bought an Amazon Echo from the dark.
Overall, Moist Cr1tikal is certainly up there among the most genuine, chill creators on the platform, while in the blue corner, Sneako is the complete opposite.
Yo, a lot of you need to wake up. Wake up. Come back to reality. Get off of TikTok. Get off of Instagram. You're so stupid.
Sneako has gained massive popularity over the past years for sharing his controversial views in life. He is a red-pilled, self-proclaimed realist who is on a mission to bring back masculinity, expose the reality of today's society, and influence his followers into escaping the matrix with him. However, when comparing his newer content to the older Sneako, it becomes obvious that he has changed a lot. He wasn't always loud and maniacal. He was a lot calmer and spoke his mind in a respectful manner. But somewhere down the line, the path was altered and the result was noticeable.
Objectifying me? No. Everything you've been told is a lie. Let's not be soy boys. Come on. Stupid.
And with Sneako being the controversial character that he is, the beginning of the conflict between Sneako and Moist Cr1tikal would be marked on the 20th of August 2020 after Penguinz0 uploaded a video calling out the controversial Netflix movie Cuties for their pedophilic antics.
Cuties goes above being just a bad movie. It's like an actual fucking crime. Here's the little Netflix blurb about it, a little Shark Tank pitch to get you invested, make you want to watch it. Amy, 11, becomes fascinated with a twerking dance crew. Hoping to join them, she starts to explore her femininity, defying her family's traditions. Pedophiles everywhere were pumping their fists in excitement. Finally, a movie made just for them.
The film has been universally looked down by almost everyone. However, it wasn't until Sneako would upload a provocative video where he made the confession that Cuties is his new favorite movie, while simultaneously insulting Charlie in a passive way.
Okay, if I ever wanted to get canceled, this is the video. I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. It's also really funny to see the difference of reaction that Americans had in European side, because I'm in Europe and people are like, yeah, that was a pretty good film. Americans are like, this is deplorable. I saw this commentator, Penguinz0, who I actually like. There's not a lot of good commentators, but he's like, this movie is deplorable. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing, and it's like he didn't even watch the movie. It's just like he only saw the clips that were gonna piss him off, or he just got so triggered by the provocative imagery that he just deplorable. Come on, man. Like, don't you see the reasons why she's doing what she's doing?
And from this point onwards, it would be apparent that the tension between these two would become increasingly more heated, which can be observed in this clip where Sneako would react to a video Charlie had made a few months prior.
They want.
But you realize like how anybody critical of red pill, like alpha male ideologies is always kind of like this. Like, pretty much like a white guy who looks like he doesn't really go outside that much. The antidepressant nature. That's what I've noticed doing the breakdowns of all the documentaries, all the hit pieces, and all the people who you can look at someone and tell, and you can figure out what they think. You know what I'm saying? If you're online all day, if you're on your computer all day, you don't look like you get that much sun, of course you're gonna be critical of Fresh and Fit, Tate, Red Pill, me. You're not gonna ever, we're gonna butt heads.
The reaction followed the video posted by Penguinz0, the most embarrassing alpha male ever, in which he would call out the Fresh and Fit podcast on their controversial views about relationships and the false stories they would make to portray themselves as alpha males. Considering Sneako is good friends with Myron and Fresh, he would ultimately come to their defense from an emotionally charged standpoint, as he would bring Charlie's girlfriend into the drama before insulting Charlie's appearance.
In one day.
Obviously, anything that you got going on, the Pokemon cards, your pale face, the G Fuel fridge, the zero drip, The fact you just look like look at the curtain pulled all the way down. You need to get some sun. The whole way you're living life like a man, you calling him a virgin, you are literally a man-child.
Given that Charlie doesn't waste time creating unnecessary beef online, Sneako's response would go unnoticed. However, despite Charlie trying to ignore the drama, his fans would regularly bring up Sneako's response, forcing him to address the situation, which ultimately brings us to the 25th of November 2022, when Charlie would finally respond to Sneako with a dedicated video on the topic.
Me, because I made jokes about his friends on the Fresh and Fit podcast, whom I think are beautiful clowns that do some very silly stuff that is entirely entertaining to make fun of. But Sneako didn't see it that way because he's a very sensitive guy, and he started riding their wieners to try and defend a blatantly outrageous story that one of them told about meeting a basketball player at a party, then being invited by that basketball player to a mansion and then fucking a ton of girls at that mansion thanks to the basketball player, which sounds like something a Tumblr account would have made up, and ending with, and everybody clapped.
He kicked the video off by explaining how Sneako got offended by the jokes Charlie made about Fresh and Fit, before pointing out the buffoonery and irrelevancy of Sneako bringing up Charlie's monogamous relationship.
I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship. This is his girl. So there you go. I mean, I told you, like, I could hear it in your voice. The fact that someone doesn't have to abide by those rules. Someone could go and fuck a lot of bitches. That it's so foreign to a lot of people's ideas, because when you get brainwashed, when you get told that monogamy is the answer.
It was apparent Critikal was crowned the winner by most people. He tackled the situation from a logical standpoint while belittling Sneako's previous arguments in a calm manner, which can be supported by this comment, which states, he's just the kind of person who thinks being loud equals winning an argument. They know they're wrong, they just don't care. However, nothing would have prepared you for the next point Charlie made in the same video, where he would expose an embarrassing story of Sneako getting cucked.
So he's always just been kind of a weird person to me that I don't pay too much attention to, but I couldn't help but take notice of one of his more recent viral clips where he openly defends getting cucked.
Imagine seeing the girl you love, like,
Get fucked.
get fucked.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, no, let me not say that. I love my
Queen.
wifey, my queen.
And
Good
you
answer, good
allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other
Is there-
lady?
is there-
Why
is
that
there-
one didn't last?
I'm crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test. I know. You know what?
It is a legitimately super sad thing to sit there and listen to, because Sneako is very clearly bothered by that whole situation.
And while Charlie would move on from the drama, the memory of him dismantling Sneako's reputation clung to him like a shadow, as Sneako would continuously post tweets dissing Critikal. However, despite the months of trying to ignore Sneako, their beef wouldn't reach new heights until the 12th of March of this year, after Sneako would post a tweet which reads, "Like this tweet if you want to see us fight." However, the tweet had the opposite effect Sneako was expecting, as the majority of the comments would go against Sneako's initial challenge. "Like this tweet if you want to see Charlie make another video mocking this loser. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby." In the same day, Sneako would tweet, "Pattern recognition. This collages everyone who advocated for my cancellation." The tweet was aimed towards those Sneako claimed wronged him, with Charlie at the face of the image. And despite Charlie managing to ignore Sneako throughout the months, such a tweet would ultimately result in Charlie responding, marking the beginning of a massive dispute on Twitter. "Holy sh*, you pathetic sensitive soy little worm. I made fun of you for watching your girlfriend getting f***ed by numerous other men, and also insulted you for defending. That's not cancellation. That's just spitting on you for being a pitiful, sad cuck." Sneako would clap back with the tweet, "You know in your soul you would never say that to my face," in which Charlie would reply, "You literally have a collage of people that hurt your feelings on the internet. You haven't stopped whining about me for months now. You're still a goofy NPC. Even if you beat me in a fight, it still doesn't change the truth. You're still a cock who defends." In which Sneako would reply, "You're not special from the other 10 soy boys who say the same thing. If you got a problem, stop talking on the internet. Let's solve it." Before tweeting, "Soy keyboard warrior at Moist Cr1tikal. We all knew he wouldn't accept a fight. Lil bro is a 5'3" pasty gaming manlet. Have some empathy." However, just when you think the banter between the two wouldn't escalate any further, the complete opposite happened, as Charlie would upload a dedicated response video that would go completely viral. In the video, Charlie would point out how Sneako was easily triggered by the arguments Charlie had made, and how he couldn't stop bickering about the topic for the past 3 months.
It's already been 3 months, can you believe that? How time flies. You started shit with me by insulting me and my girlfriend out of nowhere, so naturally I responded by making fun of you in return, and showcasing the reasons why I don't respect you. But unfortunately I failed to calculate just how much of a sensitive fucking loser you are, because this hurt your feelings to such a high degree it's become like an Armageddon in your brain. 3 months you have continued to melt down about this.
And this is when things escalated to unprecedented levels of madness, as Critical would showcase a video of Sneako dancing on stream while threatening to shoot Charlie with a gun.
The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, oh, you guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome, cucks, that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you, waving his gun around and dancing.
Additionally, Charlie would hilariously correct Sneako's gun terminology while passively showing he was heavily armed.
And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson.
Charlie would then go on to point out how Sneako would always resort to challenging someone to a fight rather than using the mental capacity to come up with any insults.
You are getting your feelings hurt and your immediate response isn't to fire back with insults, jokes, whatever, it's to challenge someone to a fight. You've taken a huge L. You've shown that the person has got under your skin, and the only thing you can resort to is a caveman brain of, I'll beat you in a fight. Sneako, you beating me in a fight doesn't unfuck your girlfriend from the numerous men that had sex with her in front of you. It doesn't do anything. Everything I've said still stands. Nothing changes.
However, when going back to Sneako's initial tweet challenging Critical to a fight, it's important to note that Sneako has already been ducking another influencer who has already challenged him to a fight, Brandon Buckingham.
The first Influence MMA event could happen next year sometime.
I'd love to do it. Let's get Sneako, Danny Moner, Andrew Callahan in that bitch.
Because you don't have the same energy for Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham is more than willing to fight you any day of the week. But with him, you don't want to do that for some reason. Why? Do you not stand by your beliefs when it comes to Brandon Buckingham? He has said all the same things about you that I am saying about you. So why is he exempt? Why don't you want to fight him?
We can come to a general agreement that Charlie handled the situation perfectly, as he single-handedly tore apart Sneako's arguments in a calm and collected manner. Charlie never screamed to get his point across in an emotional way, which prompted the majority of the people to side with Charlie. Yet one crucial thing to note about Sneako is his inability to come up with any cold, hard facts. He always resorts to screaming insults at Charlie's appearance, rather than presenting any valid arguments. Take this clip for example, which was posted by Aiden Ross on the 18th of March.
And also, if you say address the pedophile allegation, Aiden, who looks more like a pedophile? Who would you rather not bring around your children? That dude with the beard and the fentanyl hair looking like he sleeps under a bridge, or me? Who looks like a pedophile? Does anyone, this is why this allegation is kind of stupid. Does anyone actually think I'm a pedophile? Does anyone think that? Take one look at this dude, it's like, bro, yeah, I would not. People who game all day, that always, these Minecraft YouTubers, girls. It's Sky does Minecraft, these dudes gaming all day. That's always who it is. That's why he's so hard on that, probably because he has some weird stuff in his hard drive. Just saying.
Sneako's response to the criticism addressing his liking for the movie Cuties is best summarized by these insults. He looks homeless, as well as he looks like a pedophile. Sneako's response to this situation was easily looked down upon by almost everyone. Sneako, that one kid that calls timeout right before he gets tagged. At this point, you have to wonder what's going on through that hollow head of Sneako's. Everyone he's tried to start conflict with has quickly shut him down faster than his mentor Tate got arrested. It's actually embarrassing how many times he's been owned. Meanwhile, on Critical's stream, his audience continuously brought up Sneako's latest response on Aiden Ross's stream, in which Charlie had to say this.
All that guy does is have these fucking tantrums and repeat the same 4 things over and over and over and over and over again. That would be the biggest headache in the world. I've listened to everything he's said recently, I actually think his Discord gave him some bullet points to say, and he has never deviated from it. It's the same thing every single time. Sneako says the same fucking thing every time.
At the time of making this video, Cr1tikal once again came out on top of the situation. Charlie's video went viral, the majority of the internet sided with him, and Sneako faced a lot of backlash for threatening Charlie.